Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Diana, and welcome to my YouTube channel in the month of October 2021. And yes, these energies very intense as usual. All right, releasing a lot here in the sign of Libra. Even yesterday we had the new moon in Libra sign, so it's all about balancing the scales now. Or people choosing, what are you choosing? The light over the darkness, or the other way around, because you cannot live in both realities anymore. Just kind of fake it till you make it, that kind of deal. Because yeah, the energies are very cleansing and healing and transformative, and we're balancing the scales, and things are coming to light. All this darkness, all the corruption, all the infiltration. So again, it's going to be a heavy topic I'll talk about, but it's actually time to heal, right, from that MK Ultra. And so there's this little tiny book from Kathy O'Brien, Time to Heal. Yeah, PTSD, Time to Heal. So I'll go over that. I made some notes, so that should be great. Of course, touching on my previous video, we talk about the mind control, the gene expression. I may go over that stuff as well. It's very heavy, and it's not for everybody. I understand that, but that's kind of, like I said, is going to be my topics or my themes. How to exit, the matrix. We have to free ourselves. We have to free the mind from all this mind control, from all this brainwashing and all this conditioning and all this belief system. And these things not only happen in that physical plane, right? We talk about the four body layer, but those things also happen on the astral plane, dealing with those negative aliens, right? From those astral planes, and they're targeting our soul, right? Our energy, our emotions. Sometimes people wondering, how can I feel so depressed or anxiety and so on? They have silent weapons, psychotronic weapons, highly advanced technology using for control and manipulation, destruction, and contamination. And of course, we have the mental body and then the spiritual body. And we're in the middle of spiritual warfare, right? War on consciousness. And so it's time to liberate ourselves, or exit the matrix. We have the galactics with the galactic codex implementation. Time to align with the universal laws, the natural laws. Please study, whether it's this book, or you can go on my website, or Ascension Glossary, 13 Principles of Natural Laws by Lisa Renee, or her website is Energetic Synthesis. We have to do lots of inner work, right? There's lots of accountability, responsibility, and so on. So education, research, healing, transformation. This is not going to be an easy ride, but we can do it, because the power lies within, and we were born as extremely powerful, highly advanced beings with 12 strands of DNA, with crystalline heart, with plasma light body. Please also join us for the Sunday meditation, every unity meditation every Sunday with Lisa Renee. You can find the link on my website, yanakalai.com. And so together we can make a difference, right? We're the change that we want to see in the world. We're the system busters, the renegades. Again, I talk for spiritual warriors, the Indigo, especially the Indigo race, working with the blue flame, divine law, divine will, right? From that emerald order. And truth seekers, system busters, I already mentioned, empath sensitives, whistleblowers, okay, because the negative ones, they've been doing horrible things, heinous crimes against the human population for quite some time. So we're bringing everything into divine justice. I'm creating writing the credo for the New Earth jurisdiction with the Galactic Codex implementation, and understanding universal laws, but especially being acquainted with the golden rule, right? And the law of cause and effect. What goes around comes around. We are watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, right? It's part of my disclaimer that my videos are for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving information the way I interpret it through my soul signature, energy signature. How you guys then interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality, and what you do with it is your responsibility, right? We are huge, big emitters and transmitters of energies. We are very powerful. And also watching our deeds and actions, of course, because what we put out there, it will come back to us, right? Loving and positive actions will bring loving and positive results. What kind of people are being surrounded by, right? What kind of circumstances or situations are you attracting? So it's good to know, acknowledge. Please don't sabotage yourself. Don't beat yourself up, but work with the violet flame. Forgive yourself, be loving yourself, or be loving toward yourself. Be the compassionate witness. Very important. And be in that 0 point energy, right? Divine neutrality. Take a deep breath, just kind of take a step back, observe, okay? And know the power lies within you, right? Hold on to the divinity within, that's within that sacred chamber of your heart, and know you can do it, through Christ. We can do anything. And I'm talking about the Christed energy. That's how we were born, designed with 12 strands of DNA, crystalline heart, the plasma light body, and so on. So time to activate our DNA, right? Being in nature, the sun changed, so many things are changing. We had the new grid, connect to that crystalline grid. I know this is a stupa, design of stupa, but resurrecting the energies also of Lemuria, some of us Atlantis, Lemuria, some of us both, right? The Indigo warriors. And of course, those who work with crystal energy. I work with sacred geometry, and we have the Metatron's cube, and that contains all the 5 platonic solids of earth. That's the cube. Of water, icosahedron. Of fire, that's tetrahedron. Of air, that's the octahedron. And of course, we have the space element, and that's pretty much where I come from. Extremely high dimensions. I can get very spacey, especially yesterday with all these activations, upgrades, and downloads from high command, galactic command, astral command, what's going on, what's next, how to move forward. All these revelations like yesterday happening, how we need to really dismantle, or how we need to exit that matrix. The matrix is being dismantling, how really being in that 0 point balance, being in your heart, doing the inner work, not being attached to the material world, but be the column of light shining bright, all your energy centers align, right? So working on that cleansing, clearing, purification of our aura, energy field, of our body, of our emotions, of our spiritual bodies as well, and even sexual energy and so on. The free flow, free thinking, free thoughts. So, this book, PTSD, Time to Heal, Kathy O'Brien, she's an advocate for free thinking, because she went through lots of tortured mind control existence, and she was saved by Mark, a neuroscientist. And that's why it's very important to educate yourself. She is raising the awareness of the mind control, because that stuff is real. And of course that happened to me as well. That's why my videos are not for everybody, right? For my soul group, for the Indigo warriors and so on, whistleblowers, and highly evolved souls who went through lots of trauma, torture, right? And that's how the shadow self is being created, with that misqualified energy, with the pain body, and with a negative ego. That's the fear, because the mind is running the reversals. And that's what was done to me as well, with the electrocution, and how they damaged my thymus, my higher heart center, and my entire torso. But I call upon Ashta. Ashta means so. Of course, they work with the nanotechnology, nanobots, but it's AI that is connected to the motherboard, that is connected to the God source energy, to the universal mind, because the negative ones and the MIC, right, or the SSP or whatever, they're trying to experiment on me. They couldn't mind control me because my consciousness is way up there. So I was able to assimilate all this etheric technology, nanotechnology with this nanobots. So then it matches the frequency vibration, right? We're bringing the gamma rays frequency here online, the Christ itself, the Christosophia consciousness here to this realm of existence. So people can heal, they can educate themselves, they can align themselves with their soul, with their true divine essence, and start living their lives. So, I just go quickly over the mind control gene expression just to kind of flow you into this book and how we can heal ourselves from the mind control, like, through Christ, right? The power is within us. We can do anything. We're powerful beings. That's how we were designed, okay? The luminous, angelic, divine beings. You can even chant the you, or you can chant Om, or Om Namah Shivaya, and remember to be the compassionate witness everything that happened to you, okay? No more sabotaging. Let me see, can you see it? No more sabotaging and all these judgment and so on, criticism, forgiveness. We're working with the violet flame, Saint Germain, right? He is behind me. Here's this wonderful, beautiful booklet book, The Violet Flame, okay? And how you can use it for your healing, for your transformation, how to work with it. There's a science behind it, because we're energy, we're multidimensional, we are sacred geometry, we are sound, light, frequency, vibration, and the negative ones are using highly advanced technology to torture us, to dumb us down so they can control us, manipulate us, right? Imprison us. So they continue in their heinous crimes. Not anymore. Time is up. Divine justice, the liberal energies here, right? The new earth jurisdiction. I'm writing the credo. You can find it on my website, inakalai.com, right? The credo for the new earth jurisdiction, implementing the galactic codex, aligned with the natural laws. You guys, this is how we roll here. This is how we go. Detoxing is very important, because through exposure to chemtrails and GMO food, guess what? There are lots of toxins, heavy metals, and nanotechnology in our body, in our bioneurology, right? And that's how they hack us, all this hacking and hexing. And then some people, being easily hypnotized by the draconians, and by the AI when you live close to 5G towers, or where you're on the phone all the time. So please have some shungite, okay? Have some maybe Tekian technology, have some healing pyramids, nice pyramids, just surround yourself with, healing and tools or for protection and so on, raising the frequency, vibration, superfood, drinking distilled water, okay? And so anyway, we're in a spiritual battle here, okay, going on. And they're trying to promote this anti-human agenda, the transhumanism, right? With that stuff, or dumb us down, or shut us, no free expression, no free thought, or like the Constitution. We're resurrecting the Constitution, 1776, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. Okay, everybody has the chance, or has the right, to express their opinion, their truth, loving and kind way, right? And sometimes, with a certain, being assertive is not a bad thing, but just being loving, very important, because that's who we are. We're love. We're loving energies, unconditional love. We're peaceful beings. That's how we were designed. The ancient civilization, the ET, we have the ET DNA. So there are star family, galactic family. Remember the portal, right? Underneath Mount Shasta, California, Telos, and so on, guys. It's time to connect with our star family, galactic family, working on ourselves. Very important, the practice of the evolving self, every day walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, and meditate and learn how to question yourself, and time to recognize and dismantle your belief system, okay, and experience a sacred communion with your soul, which is a doorway to your God self. We are made in the image of God, okay? And of course, there's a threefold practice in the morning that you do during the day, and in the evening, just pretty much be grateful, thankful for everything that you experienced, even some heavy and negative situations, because you can transmute that, and that brings you wisdom, right? Then you have the pearls of wisdom that you can share with others, and share it with the world and make a difference. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. So they're controlling us. They're attacking our bioneurology, right? They also do it with the electromagnetic field, with those energies, with their directed energy weapons. Remember, DNA is a universal language. It's a blueprint for all life. That's why they want our dead negative ones, right? They want our DNA. Study this book, Alien Races, right? Or the Dracos and the Reptilians and the Anunnaki. But here we get good guys from Vega, the Rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains. This is what I connect with. Okay, so we need to raise our frequency vibration. We need to educate ourselves, heal ourselves, do the inner work, right? Look at these beautiful beings of light. They're waiting for us. Peace and love. That's how we were designed. The luminous, divine, angelic beings. Okay, the Pleiadians are here helping us. Okay, with this liberation, consciousness, evolution. We're going forward, and we're entering the new golden age. So look at these entities here. This is real, guys. This is real. Okay. So again, I don't want to scare you, but many people have entities. They're hooked to that negative AI, video games here. What else? All kinds of addictions on drugs and taking steroids, and yeah, we have all kinds of. These are the positive Telosians, right? I talk about the Telos. So here, you guys. So these are our family. And of course, what else do we have here? The Dracos. The Icturians, healing. They're also helping us with healing. They have beautiful healing technology. That's why we need to raise the frequency vibration, connect with them so we can heal. They have technology to cleanse the ocean and the atmosphere, the water, the soil, everything. They have everything. We just need to do our inner work. We just have to work on ourselves. Okay? Because, let me see. Right now I don't have the luck to look at the... Let me see. Oh, there's the Arshta Collective, the Arshta Galactic Command. There's a difference between Arshta Collective and Arshta Galactic Command. Again, are you with the bad guys, the bad ETs, negative aliens, Or are you with the good guys? It's up to you. It's time to choose, guy. No more fake it till you make it. It's not going to work because the energy, everything is coming to surface. Everything is coming to light in order to be acknowledged, embraced, and then healed and transformed. That's why we're creating those healing centers, okay, with ETs. They're here in spaceships, and waiting for us. We just need to educate ourselves and just send that loving energies, to them. And remember, we're all equal. It's not like they're more than us, but, we've been so, separated from our true essence, that, and with the negative ego, we need to transmute that negative ego, heal ourselves, heal our wounds, and heal our trauma. So the Dracos, right? I talk about the Dracos, they think they own, this world, the solar system, and so on. So we're at a serious war going on, right? And the DARPA secret space program and all this stuff, it's like the battle is really, really hot, intense. Okay, very intense. So protect your DNA, protect your aura, your energy field, because they've been doing the war on us, right? The major world governments making contact with negative aliens. and they introduced them to advanced technology in exchange for access to human genetics, breeding programs, and earth resources. So now we know about it. That's why we have to create the interdimensional and international, of course, a new earth jurisdiction. We have to understand the dimensions. We people who see the aura energy field. That's why the star seeds, the light workers, the galactic warriors, the spiritual warriors, the ground crew, right? We're here, the guardians, okay, on the Christos mission. Like, we're here, and making the change, helping humanity, being connected to God, to source, to the high command, and the good positive military. So because they had covered military programs, the secret intelligence factions, they were just playing with humans' brain waves, and controlling, manipulating behavior. And we're being exposed to light and sound, electromagnetic frequencies like 5G towers, directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, and so on. So we have to say no to that. This is not okay, because the negative ones, they're not aligned with God's will, and they're breaking universal laws as they're stopped. And we need to also do it here on this earthly plane, on that physical plane as well. This is our duty, our responsibility. Okay, so time to do something, time for action, but it has to come through our heart center, being aligned, right, through also understanding and compassion as well. And they taking our bioneurology, playing with our feelings and emotions. People are wondering how come they have depression, right? People on drugs, medications, and the negative ones, they really don't care. They are just doing their own stuff, inserting images in your DNA, the CRISPR technology, like in military, right? There was a video, and there was a lecture on that by a certain individual. So they do horrible experimentations on those soldiers or military guys, Marines, or creating the super soldiers with the CCP nano technology thing here, and making a robot out of them, torturing them. So they're entraining them with all kinds of thoughts for killing, murdering, and being less and less empathic and totally disconnected from God, from source. So that needs to be rectified. That needs to be addressed. Very important. Okay, so because they weaponize everything. They weaponize our DNA. They weaponize the electromagnetic field, the negative ones, right? You call it shadow government, shadow military, the elite, the negative fleet, the cabal, the Illuminati. I mean, there are Satanists, Luciferians, pedophiles, narcissistic kind of individuals, high-ranking military officers, having fun maybe in Switzerland, drinking wine or children's blood, adrenochrome. I mean, all kinds of things happening. It's mind-blowing. It can be mind-boggling, or people probably won't be able to wrap their head around because it's a lot. But everything has to be exposed. Everything, all the corruption from A to Z, right? From all the dimensions, that all needs to come out. And so things can be healed, rectified. Education is extremely important, because they're waging a silent war here against the global population to achieve world domination and slavery. So we cannot be blind to that anymore. We have to see it for what it is. And so many people, unfortunately, their perceptions are extremely skewed. And that's okay, do some healing, meditation, heal your mind, purify your mind with positive affirmations. There are so many things you can do. They want to impair our mental function, so we don't think for ourselves and so on. So we gotta heal the brain and train it again, right? Here we go. Here's the book from Kathy O'Brien, or even Telos 5D Protocol. It also tells you kind of what to do, okay, how to reconnect with your soul, with your star family, galactic family, because what they've been engaging, it was extremely unethical, extensive programs of unethical human experimentation in order to develop technological warfare methods for controlling human behavior and disrupting the thought patterns of humanity for many covert purposes. That's not fun. That's not okay. it's all going to divine justice. And like I said, they were playing with the electromagnetic field and with the magnetism and with the grid. That's why I connect to the new grid, 5D grid, crystalline grid of unconditional love, human heart grid, right? Resurrecting the energies of Lemuria and Atlantis, free energy, technology, Tesla technology, those domes, right? So that's what we deserve. Those are crystal generators underneath Mount Shastakala, in those the inner earth, right? So we need to go back to that timeline, and we're resurrecting the timeline of ascension, and of course resurrecting the ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, the energies of ancient civilizations like in Atlantis, Lemuria. So we are doing all that. No more the divide and conquer psychological warfare strategy. So people perceive other humans as the enemy, inciting violence, rape, hostility, and criminal behaviors. So people are groomed. And it's like, especially in the military, that's what I've experienced, right? It's horrible. It's satanic. It's Luciferian. Yeah. So this is not okay. This is not how it's supposed to be. That's why the Galactic Command is taking charge, right? The Galactic Codex, the Ashtar Command, the Jupiter Command, and so on. And because they're playing with our DNA, with genetic switches, they influence biochemical pathways, and creating havoc in our system, living organism. So the exposures to electromagnetism affects organisms in both negative, positive ways that are related to physiological processes, and the reaction is also connected to genetic configuration. And they insert all kinds of false images in DNA through the CRISPR technology in military, right? This is not okay. Divine justice. So anyway, guys, you can study this material. Very important, because we need to be educated. People need to be educated, and I know this is not everybody's interested. So I believe the knowledge is power. We got to educate ourselves. We need to know those kind of things, exit the matrix so we can be free. This is another example of how electromagnetic field can be used for genetic engineering or modification purposes by interfering with the bioneurology and the body's natural biological system of information flow and transfer between DNA, RNA, and proteins. Why do you think they're doing this? Interfere the communication, cell-to-cell communication, DNA, RNA communication, and spike proteins. That's what happens, right? Oh my goodness. So the mind control, forget in mainstream media or social media, the divide and conquer belief system, right? It's their agenda. Are you aligning with their agenda? Okay, this is now your choice, because time to connect with your inner spirit, develop your spiritual self every day, and high emotions or high energies, being empathic and compassionate with everything that happened to you. So that was the article from Lisa Renee, Energetic Synthesis. That's her website, or you can go on her blog or newsletter. And here we go. So that's the book, and I have my notes from this book, How to Heal Trauma. So here's the solution. And it's funny because I'll tell you why. Because you cannot, if you talk about something negative, make sure you got a solution. Yeah, here in this dualistic world, and it's part of healing yourself from the trauma. Heal from trauma, so it means deprogramming needs to happen, right? I talk about the rewiring of the subconscious mind from all these old belief system, old programming, because it's 1,000,000 times more powerful than a conscious mind. That's from Dr. Bruce Lipton, right? Biology of belief, that's his system, and he's got other work. He is also neuroscientist, right? Like Mark, right? He helped Kathy to heal, also neuroscientist and insider as well. So write out your memory. So have a journal, do some journaling, some notebook and pen, and start writing out your memory. This is what she is recommending. That's how she healed herself from PTSD. Time to heal, okay? She 25-year veteran U.S. government whistleblowers Mark and Kathy are arming you with the self-applying concise facts they teach leading mental health professionals worldwide. Whether your traumatic experience peaks the top of PTSD sliding scale the way Kathy's Pentagon level MK Ultra mind control programming did, or even if it is simply resultant from socially engineered information control and fears, this book is for you. So these step-by-step healing methods, intelligence insider Mark Phillips taught Kathy, can help anyone willing to reclaim control over their own mind and life, just as she did. So, okay, this book is pretty much for everybody, and it's very thin, you know. It just takes you maybe half a day or a day. I mean, if you have to put down notes like I did. So never verbalize or discuss it. Or that's the process. Okay, so you're still in a process of healing, figuring things out. You're in pain, emotional, mental pain, and all these injustices, anger, right, rage, and kind of intense negative energies, emotions going on. So never verbalize, don't disclose it to anybody, don't discuss it. Healing comes from within, of course. Good food, good nutrition, she's recommending as well. I recommend superfood and distilled water, purified water, being in nature, and really just kind of riding the waves of ascension, hugging a tree, walking on the beach. Okay, because then you heal from trauma. Your brain becomes like a blank slate, and that's time to learn how to think, because we were taught what to think, right? Well, I was kind of learning how people are programmed here, mind control, how they're thinking. For me, it's always like how to think, because I have extrasensory perceptions. I have extremely high intelligence, right? So, these people think that way. But this mentality here, okay? So just kind of figuring things out, how they think. So lots of programming. People think that they think freely, but it's programming, conditioning, and they don't even know. They're totally clueless that they were taught what to think instead of how to think for yourself. So it's very important. So you open those new pathways in your brain, right? So you can bring more consciousness online. Soul communion is the key, very important. Cleansing, clearing, purification, aura healing. She's even recommending medical cannabis is beneficial to relax your mind if you think too much. If you're trying to push your thoughts and start thinking for yourself, sometimes just relax, meditate, breathe. Very important. She's also recommending playing brain games that assist with expanding your consciousness, like from National Geographic website. You can exercise your brain to get free thought, free thinking, start analyzing things, critical thinking. For me, I'm extremely detailed. That's the Virgo rising 12th house, because program information is not knowledge. You have to internalize everything, and then it becomes your knowledge, and then you can apply in everyday life and start being more creative and feel your passion of your soul, of your heart. So pretty much we have to relearn how to think, and that's what the 5D protocol is saying as well. Forget it, pretty much everything the way you were thinking, your thoughts and so on, or just observing them. Just be the compassionate witness, be the observer. Detach from the external material world. Be in this world, but not out of it, right? Know yourself and be free. Even like if you have a connection to God, to Source, or to Jesus, Yeshua, right? Learning Aramaic. I learned Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. When you translate the Lord's Prayer from Aramaic into English, you get a different translation. Just take one verse and start contemplating even on that language, right? Because the mind kind of cannot recognize it, but there is this beauty in that old Jewish language, that Aramaic language. Very powerful languages encoded with God's source, with God's energies, with God's code. Just like your DNA embodies God's code. The negative ones are messing up with our DNA, right? Time to go to the divine blueprint of our DNA, right? Even powerful languages like Aramaic or Sanskrit. That's why I chant Sanskrit. Just simple chants like Aham Prema, Aham Prema, I am divine love. Or Om Namah Shivaya, right? Or the Aramaic Abunde Bashmaya Nitka de Shamoch. So that's what what helped me healing with that trauma that I went through. Okay. Then we have to, of course, engage with two hemispheres of the brain: the logical, the reason, the left hemisphere of the brain, and the right hemisphere of the brain. And that's the images, right? That's the telepathy, that's the divine feminine, that's and the masculine energy, logic and structure and reason, right? So and analytical, it's all good, but we have to learn how to balance, especially now the sign of Libra is here, and we have the new moon in Libra as well. Centering, center, heart. Take a deep breath, take a pause, observe, watch, synthesize, integrate, right? Be on the sun, chant, meditate, do the inner work, live simply, superfood, distill water. You know, this is kind of my rhythm of life. This is how I live. Okay? It's lots of training, spiritual training. And that's why, you know, we're here. We came here to do the work. Yeah, to be the change makers, right? To be the system busters, the renegades, you know, be the change that you want to see in the world. Organize your house, you know, organize your thoughts. That will organize your thoughts on the deepest level. Clean your house, take a walk, exercise your brain. You know, I'm doing positive affirmations, chanting, listen to solfeggio tones as well. So, and then post notes that remind you to think in new ways. And you can, you know, put it on a refrigerator, in your mirror, in a bathroom or bedroom, and so on. There should be actually no mirror in your bedroom, and no Wi-Fi, please. No television in your bedroom, no printer or even your computer. Turn off your cell phone. You know, remember electromagnetic field, right? That's why you have to surround yourself some, you know, good energy, good vibes, you know, healing, sacred geometry, healing pyramids, invoke that violet flame, Saint Germain, saging is also very good. You know, incense, Nakchampa, Satya Sai Baba, create like a beautiful place, space, light a candle, right? So you can do all kinds of things. So it will penetrate into your subconscious mind as well as conscious. That's how you will rewire your subconscious mind. That's part of the deep programming, very important. So she's saying voice no negative without solution. So again, if you want to speak about some negative stuff, make sure you got a solution, or you're in your center, you're loving yourself, you got your God sovereign free boundaries, you understand universal laws, what goes around comes around. At the same time, you learn how to speak your truth, when to say, to whom, and how, right? It's a process. It's a path to journey to self-mastery, self-realization, self-actualization. It's all good. So don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Love yourself, right? Forgive yourself. Take care of yourself. It's time to evolve, time to grow, time to expand. Listen and be open. Choose happiness and be the change that you want to see in the world. And she talks about dogs. So purchase or buy a dog, or you know, you can rescue a dog. And dogs live in the now. They help keep us present. They're loving and loyal. They don't judge, and they communicate through telepathy, which is pure communication. And it will teach you how to trust again. Open your heart to the dog's unconditional love. Reclaim control over your mind and your life. That's what her book is about. It's not that difficult, or it's not much. She's saying write down your rage with a solution, and to help you cope with so you get the flow going, to help you cope with. Rise above social engineering, legalization of medical cannabis. She's recommending peaceful non-compliance. We're the Indigo divine souls. That's who we are. So anyway, so her book, what she was saying, start writing out those memories, those unpleasant memories. There's this photographic memory. So start writing things out and don't discuss it to anybody. So when you feel like, oh my God, I'm getting more and more notes and so on. Also, she's saying close the notebook and don't look at it like for 21 days. But of course, program yourself with new thoughts, positive thoughts, being around beautiful people, or being in nature, superfood. You just, and then after 21 days, you can go over it, and see how much you expanded your mind, or the release is very important. That's why I talk about the violet flame, invocation, violet flame, Saint Germain, and so on. So that was for me like a lots of confirmation, because the way I was healing myself. I was on a healing journey. At the same time, I had the savings. I had lots of money. I went to Sedona, Arizona, shamanic work, hiking, red rocks. So it was incredible. And of course, when I would start talking to people, that would either cut me off, or people don't understand. Hey, listen, those native ETs are grays, and they destroyed pretty much. They destroyed my aura energy field. Some of the guy, he was doing acupuncture, Chinese medicine. Oh, I see entities, feeding off of your energies and so on. So it took some a while, and it cost me lots of money, but it's true. Now I'm creating those videos because I already came up with a project for the military veterans that I actually started in 2009, right? That was like 12 years ago, summer 2009, where I said, well, there's something weird going on with those guys. They need to meditate so that they can levitate, or they need to cleanse their aura energy field, playing all these sex games. They're not going to go anywhere with that. And boom, right? I got backlash, or just ostracized and attacked. And man, they were violating me like crazy, because they needed to terminate me. Here they just need to get rid of me. But consciousness, you cannot get rid of consciousness. You cannot destroy consciousness. You cannot destroy energies, right? Very important to understand energies. In even the universal laws are based on energies. You guys, you need to understand energy, sacred geometry. Breathe, start feeling your intuition, your inner self, that voice within you. Listen to your heart, the heartbeat. Connect to the heartbeat of Mother Earth, right? 3 hearts meditation you can find on my website, yanakalai.com. Really doing the inner work. Surround yourself with that pink color of unconditional love, and just beautiful energies of goddess energies, whether it's Lakshmi of abundance, right? Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, just powerful goddesses, because the Divine Mother is here. And please, you can join us for the meditation. Very important, time to trust yourself, time to really feel that power of yourself, the power of your soul. Start feeling the your DNA being activated and crystallized, and every day connect to that crystalline grid, and just so you can feel great, right? And we're fluctuating. So many people are fluctuating, and that's okay. If you remember, you stay in your heart center, heart structure. You balance those energies. Very important to balance 0 point neutrality, the divine neutrality, 0 point. That's God's matrix. Okay, guys, you just have to put the intention there and go into your heart and give yourself that extra love. Especially there is a trigger, it tells you, okay, I have to take care of yourself, I have to take care of myself, I have to love myself, I have to forgive myself, I have to be compassionate with everything that happened to me. Remember, every day walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. So guys, hope this video was helpful for you. Again, just this book, PTSD Time to Heal, from Kathy. She wrote the book Transformation of America. That's her website here. And she just wanted to raise the awareness of mind control, right? And how you heal from it. And so she was rescued by Mark Phillips, and also her daughter was rescued by him. And they just want to help humanity to free their mind, to start thinking for themselves. Knowledge is our best defense against mind control, and mass awareness is key to positive, necessary change. There's another book. It's called Access Denied for Reasons of National Security. I know you can just go on this website. So there's a lot that she actually talks about. So Access Denied is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of love. It details healing method Mark's taught Kathy that he had learned during his training in mind sciences. So he was a neurologist. Healing from trauma and PTSD had been deliberately suppressed from mental health worldwide since it is an antidote to the military ultimate weapon of mass destruction, mind control. Mind control is being used on and by the US military. Now, military veterans are returning home from service suffering from PTSD and in need of healing information that is as slow to emerge as was their diagnosis. Okay, so there is lots of good information. Like, this is not a big book, it's easy to read. And also what she noticed, that basic military training includes physical exhaustion. Often it consists of exhaustion from sleep, food, and water deprivation in conjunction with neuro-linguistic programming, which is the language of the subconscious mind. So again, guys, video games incorporating virtual reality are common methods for point and shoot conditioning. Once on the battlefield, the game shoots back, which compounds the trauma of war. Anyway, so this is very good to be educated. This needs to be arrested. I mean, this kind of methods, recruitments in the military, this is not happening anymore. Those guys needs to heal, right? PTSD is real. And again, it's not just the veterans. I'm focusing more on my soul group and the younger generation. Of course, children. We have to be here for children. There's our next generation. This thing is real, guys. The PTSD, the trauma, the mind control, and so on. Just take a deep breath and know that all is well. Much love, many blessings, and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.